Hey, old Fandom, D Sane here. I'm going to be reacting to Legacies Season 1, Episode 10. So let's get to reacting.
What do you think it's going to be this time? Cyclops? Slenderman? Santa?
Well,
Santa?
luck, I think it's safe to rule out old Saint Nick.
Satan's nightlight would give us some rest.
Yeah, and I wish that knife was never in our school to begin with, but it's not like we can change that now.
Do they
All
not
we can
see
do is
her?
make sure we're not blindsided by another monster waltzing through our doors.
I wish Hope had never come to this school.
So now it appears.
Ginny, and your wish is my command.
Okay. What? Training both his daughters.
I'm so good at this.
Oh.
This place is a turd stain.
Pretty much.
Are we poor?
See? You know how expensive it is to run this place? How hard it is to get benefactors? I mean, Damon Salvatore has been as generous as he can be, but he and Elena have kids of their own that they need to take care of.
Oh, they have kids.
I waste my second one trying to clean up my first, only to make things worse, and then my third gets wasted by wishing that I had never had any wishes in the first place. I won't fall for it, Jeannie.
She's gonna fall for it.
Ginny.
It's like a locator spell, only it's interactive. The instant a new young supernatural being is awakened to their powers, this bad boy lights up.
That's incredible. How did you know how to do this?
An annoying know-it-all witch I knew in another life created it, so I just copied her spell.
Where is that?
New Orleans.
Obviously, that's Hope.
Gross.
Yo, run!
Who the hell are you?
Because no one was there to guide you. I don't blame you, Hope. I should have found you sooner.
Aww.
Fascinating that your father's dream couldn't be realized without her presence, isn't it?
Shame.
I wish there was never a Salvatore school to begin with.
Your wish
Oh.
is my command.
Homecoming queen! Big night!
Thanks.
Oh.
That wasn't an invitation, Connor. And that is inappropriate.
Your sister's being weird again.
Cut her some slack.
So in
Typing
this
for a while,
reality,
without a date.
it's the versa
I don't
personalities.
have a
I
date.
can't wait to see what you have planned for tonight.
How do I not have a date?
This isn't about you, Lizzie.
Yeah, I'm totally getting that.
What I need you to do is just get Dad's watch, like you promised. Stephanie Salvatore's dad gave him the watch. It's a magical object that I can siphon so I can take things to the next level with Connor.
What the hell is Stephanie
By,
Salvatore?
Take things to the next level, you mean...
I'm gonna show him I'm a witch.
Oh, thank God. I mean, don't get me wrong, that is a terrible idea, but for a second I
And
thought...
I'm gonna have sex with him.
Yeah, that was it.
This world does make sense when you think about it. Your father built the Salvatore School so you could thrive. You and your sister was born of a dangerous coven known for breeding psychotics, and so he built a safe place to shield you from your darkest impulses. And then you went and wished his dream away because it wasn't perfect. Well, now the students here don't care about protecting your fragile ego, so you're the school freak and your sister gets to shine.
He hates his job. The only reason why he works here is to keep an eye on you. Mom makes any excuse that she can to be out of town because seeing him like this makes her sad. Because he's completely given up. So I'm
Damn.
done making excuses for you. I am done worrying about when you are going to snap. And I am done letting you control my happiness.
Okay.
Looks like you guys could use some help.
No, we are all good.
That M. Michael's in, like, the boarding school?
Caleb?
Michelson boarding school.
Found it.
Jed?
Establish a perimeter, lock the place down.
Copy.
Pedro. Call in the chopper.
What?
Green line, Maverick.
My father has had a checkered past, but when he had me, things changed. There wasn't a school he could send someone like me to, so he built this one. And as you can see, it's been quite the success. So much so that he's currently overseas establishing our European branch. Which
Still
is why
alive?
we're in need of a new headmaster.
I think I'm gonna be sick. I wish Hope Michelson was never born.
Come
Your
on.
wish is my command.
Come on. Death is better than being hunted by Trident 2 Star, right?
They're hunting down supernatural beings?
Stop the...
Welcome to the Resistance. I wish I could say it was under better circumstances. You've got a lot of nerve showing up here.
I feel like I'm watching The Gifted right now.
Plus, Michelson lost everything that anchored him to his humanity, and so he shut it off 2 years ago and started a war. Outed supernaturals in the process, and just like that, tried an ugly racist platform to stand on, and nothing's been safe ever since.
Damn.
Where's Josie? Dad,
She dead, ain't she?
where is she?
She's dead, Elizabeth.
Third wish is always tricky. Better luck on your next one.
My next one. I get another wish.
Whoever told you a genie only grants 3?
Aladdin? Every genie story ever?
Pretty
A
much.
genie can grant or ignore any wish they choose. On one condition.
Anything.
She wants the urn.
You give me the urn.
Smart. Smart.
Need to find a loophole.
There is no loophole.
Magic always has a loophole.
True.
Well, you better find it quickly. Things are taking a hell of a turn up there.
Family history.
There's something that happens to twins born into your coven, like you and Josie, when you turn 22. The Gemini must merge. It's a battle of will. Only the strongest of the two twins will survive it. One of the witches who was passing through told you the story of the Gemini. You had one of your episodes and you went dark, paranoid. To you, Josie became your biggest threat. You became obsessed with winning. And then you lost control.
Yeah, she killed her sister, didn't she?
You built a school for me and Josie, and it was so beautiful. And we were safe and loved. And you helped so many people. And I was just too stupid and jealous to see it.
Pretty much.
If I never went to Malivore,
You'd have completed your 500 years of service.
I'd be free.
That's my wish. Take it or leave it. I won't remember the merge.
Not
No.
consciously. You'll be just like all those poor souls I helped over the centuries who used their final wishes to reset their reality. Because somehow our journey stayed with them and slowly drove them insane. It's like
Damn.
you said, there's always a loophole with magic. And when you find out your father's secrets, you inevitably will. History will likely repeat itself, and you will kill Josie all over again.
I take it back.
And thank you for my freedom, Lizzie.
No, I said wait!
You hug your sister, damn it.
Oh, what's happening? Why are you suffocating me?
I have no idea.
Subconscious mind, no. So, not gonna lie, this was an excellent episode of Legacies. There's always been, Mommy Dearest episode. That has been like my favorite episode. I'm like, okay, it's probably not gonna be an episode that's gonna be, that level of greatness. It's pretty much gonna be like okay and good episodes, but damn, here comes an episode to rival it. But it's probably this episode probably my second favorite episode, but who knows if another episode comes out of nowhere to be like, nah, fandom, this is gonna be the great episode. That's only happens if they actually have Caroline within an episode. In this episode, we have, the monster of this week is gonna be the genie with the damn J of all things. You can say, no, genie with a J. Like, who cares? It's almost like pronounced the same way, at least in my ears. But it seems like, and it's kind of weird because Supernatural just had an episode where a character pretty much makes a wish. And again, it's all house under CW. So it's like where writers, had a meeting or something, or just heard another person walking like, oh, we're making an episode where we're going to be have a character doing a wish or so. What? Hey guys, let's see if we can do the same thing on our show. But then again, it's like, it's kind of like a TV trope or whatever, where eventually you're going to have like a wish granted, and then it's going to cause chaos where everything, you have to make sure you revert it back to like the original, you know, verse that you pretty much came from. So nonetheless, first wish, you have Liz wish that, you know, Hope never went to the boarding school, but inevitably she still ends up going to the damn boarding school. Maybe this time around, actually I don't think they even get a check, because I think in this world Klaus is dead. And well, also she seems to activate her vampire side, so I'm wondering, is she going to be some type of like a heretic type character like back in Vampire Diaries? But in the second wish world, again, this time she wished that the boarding school never existed, but a boarding school still ends up being created. But in this case, instead of calling like the Salvatore, it's called the Michelson, I'm guessing. And also I should like rewatch that scene, but I believe she said that Klaus Michelson is still alive, and it's like, whoa, let me know what they did so the Hollow wouldn't end up like inadvertently killing both, you know, Klaus and Elijah, unless, you know, Elijah is the one that the Hollow does go inside and he sacrifices himself, and that's why Klaus is still like, you know, alive. That would be quite interesting there. But then the other third verse where she says, I wish Hope was never been born. So it's like, okay, which was the whole thing. Hope has to be born so Klaus wouldn't go to his dark side completely and like lose all a bit of his humanity left, which he pretty much did by turning off his humanity switch and going to that dark side, to the point where he pretty much outed supernatural creatures to the world. That's like one plot line I kind of wish the show once did in both Vampire Diaries, but they never did that. Even like sometimes like in the originals, I'm like, oh, imagine if there was a point in time where they pretty much out themselves to the entire world. Like, what would they do? How would the world, you know, react to it? And they pretty much decided to pretty much hunt them down. And you pretty much got that organization with a triad one where we pretty much like learned this season hunting them down. And it's like, whoo, that was crazy. You know, kind of reminded me a little bit of, you know, X-Men, where they pretty much learn about like, not learn about mutants, but they, you know, did the central, you know, project and all this other stuff, hunting down mutants and such. So kind of remind me a bit of that, you know. So I'm kind of missing like the Gifted, which kind of has a similar plotline where they're hunting down mutants, and we haven't seen like any new episode in like 2 weeks. Come on now, come on. I think we didn't get to see any new episodes because of the whole State of the Union address from Trump. Like, come on. But okay, I'm going out of the realm of Legacies. My apologies. But within that verse, like, I actually wish that they actually had like a whole entire season devoted to that, because I like to see like how would that like actually transpire and whatnot, which we see it's not good. That eventually Alara tells, or that she finds out. Again, I probably have to rewatch. Again, first time watching it, stuff I'm beginning to forget, where Liz does learn, or both of them do learn about the whole Gemini thing, and she pretty much panicked, left and stuff, but it inadvertently kills Josie. Like, damn, just damn. And when we thought that, okay, Jeannie's been doing all this, so eventually it comes down to this point where she makes a fourth wish. Shocking. Even I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna be just 3 wishes or something. Maybe the Jeannie will just, out of her own free will or something, just change everything back, whatever. But can constantly make more and more wishes in 3, to the point that, hey, you pretty much, you know, wish her back to the world she pretty much came from, but also have to give the urn back. But hell, let's be a little bit smart and, you know, come up with a reasonable wish, to the point that Jeannie won't get the urn, you know, have, you know, her freedom. But still, magic does come with a price, the loophole. And well, apparently the memory of all this that happens is going to be in her subconscious. Liz's subconscious, oh my gosh, I can't even talk. To the point that eventually she's going to start beginning to remember it. And when she does, was going to end up killing her sister. The merge is going to happen. It's all this other stuff. It's like, damn. I honestly can't wait for season 2, because I'm guessing that's going to be the season where they're going to follow up to this, since the show has been renewed. And if so, god damn it, maybe then we can get Caroline. Please, give us Caroline, please. That's the only way an episode can top episode 6. Or was it episode 7, and then with this episode 10, the Only Dearest episode, if they actually bring in Caroline. Like, if they do that, then that'll probably be my favorite episode of the entire season. But till then, who knows at this point? But it's quite interesting that finally we get an episode return of both Liz and Josie, because they haven't been in an episode for like, what, 3 episodes or so we haven't seen them. So it's good to finally see them, and it's this type of an episode. I honestly cannot wait to see how this season continues leading up into season 2, which I think could be, again, the Gemini season. If not, if they somehow get renewed for season 3 and that's the season, come on. Why? Just give it season 2. But till then, like or dislike the video, comment what you guys saw of the episode. And hey, if you're new, please subscribe. I'm Fandom DC, and I am signing off.